What are some carnivore snack ideas, especially now around the holidays? Everybody's busy. Why should you listen to me? I was featured on the first ever carnivore TV show as an expert speaker. It's called Reverse TV Series. It's actually posted on Dr. Ken Berry's YouTube channel. If you want to watch the episodes, I believe there are 5 episodes of that. I have a PhD in nutrition and exercise physiology from the University of Miami. I've helped thousands of clients improve their health and lose weight, and more importantly, raise their baseline dopamine levels. And I've taught for over a decade at the University of Miami, Miami-Dade College, DeVry University, and the American College of Sports Medicine. You can check out some of my testimonials on my website. And also, I have managed to lose 30 pounds and maintain it. All right, let's start the list. Beef jerky. Boiled eggs. I prefer soft boiled eggs. There is this machine that you can get off of Amazon if you're not really good with cooking. You can get a machine off of Amazon. All you do is just put a little bit of water. They tell you exactly how much. And there are different time settings for how soft or hard you want the boiled eggs to be. Some people like hard boiled eggs. I don't particularly like that very much. So I like soft boiled eggs. I believe you just put it in there for 6 minutes. And they have different sizes of those machines. They have sizes for just 6 eggs at a time, or they have ones with several rows where you can do a really big batch of boiled eggs. And that way you can just then put them in the fridge in Ziploc bags. And whenever you're heading out, you're super busy, you don't have time to grill a steak or make some carnivore delicious meal. And you can just have a little bit of those with a little bit of salt, Himalayan pink salt, Redmond's real salt. Those are much better quality salts as opposed to getting regular store-bought salt that usually is going to have dextrose, which is actually a form of sugar. That's true. They add sugar to salt, which is insane. Okay, pork rinds, my favorite. I find myself every single day having a little bit of pork rinds because I'm waiting on my burgers. I make beef burger patties. I go through phases where I obsess over one kind of food and I eat a lot of it until I'm sick of it. So now I'm in the beef burger phase every single day, but it takes a while because I put the burgers to cook at around like very low to medium heat. So it takes a while for them to cook and I'm usually really hungry. So I'll have some pork rinds and it really fills me up. It can dry your throat. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water if you're having those pork rinds. Smoked salmon is one of my favorite. I love smoked salmon with scrambled eggs, soft scrambled eggs in the morning. It's an absolutely delicious combination. And if you're doing dairy, you can get a little bit of cream cheese, light cream cheese, or regular, depending on your goals, and have that along with the smoked salmon and the scrambled eggs. It is an absolutely delicious combo. Deli meats they're not the healthiest, but they're great if you don't really have autoimmune issues or you don't have major health sensitivities where you have to be super strict. Then you can do deli meats on the run. Charcuterie boards help as well with that. Cheese sticks. They have helped me out a lot when sometimes we're driving for long distances and all gas stations are going to have cheese sticks. And if I'm just a little hungrier than usual, then I will supplement. Usually, I never leave the house without, let's say, a carnivore bar or carnivore crisps bag or something like that, or boiled eggs. But sometimes it's not enough. And so all gas stations are going to have cheese sticks that you can always supplement your snacks with. Manuka honey, I know this is controversial and I'm not going to dive into the whole discussion of the pros and cons of whether you should or shouldn't include honey, whether or not it's considered carnivore or not. If you're trying to lose weight, don't. That's just right off the bat. And if you're trying to reverse type 2 diabetes, of course, don't do that. But in certain people, they might be able to supplement with Manuka honey. And I love that because it is the highest concentration of probiotics as compared to any other type of honey. Now, but it's very expensive. So if you don't want to pay that premium to get Manuka honey, then just get at least raw unpasteurized honey as opposed to the ones where they kill off all the good probiotics in it. And so it's like you're just consuming sugar at that point. Parmesan crisps are absolutely delicious. Any store is usually going to carry a brand that has Parmesan crisps or Parmesan, I believe is how you pronounce it. And it's basically just dried up crispy Parmesan cheese. And yeah, it's delicious. It can be a little too salty for some, but you can pair that with some other thing like cream cheese or eggs, scrambled eggs, and don't add salt to the eggs. And now you have a great quick combo to eat something that's carnivore on the run. Tuna pouches, I do realize that this is not 100% carnivore given that it's got extra virgin olive oil. But I'm just so excited that I found a brand that does not have seed oils in their tuna pouches, and I wanted to share. And if you're not 1,000% strict on carnivore, you don't have autoimmune conditions, reasons to be super strict, then Starkist Evo Wild Yellowfin tuna pouches are great to just grab and go. And carnivore bars, I never leave the house without one in my purse, and I do have an affiliate link if you want to use that. It's Dr. Sarah, and it gets you 10% off on carnivorebar.com or Carnivore Crisp. Lately, actually, I've been really just keeping a carnivore bar because just is smaller and it fits in my purse. But you can do carnivore crisps. There was a long period of time where I would always keep a carnivore crisp bag in the car as well. And the affiliate link is Dr. Zaldivar, and that gets you 10% off carnivorecrisps.com. So most of the people in the carnivore community, or maybe even the ketogenic community, you guys have probably seen those carnivore crisps. They're absolutely delicious. It's just dried up meat, basically. Chicken, this is the one that you see here in front of you, is the chicken breast. It's very lean. So if I wouldn't recommend it without topping that off with some cheese and some sour cream on the side. That would work. I've done that combo before. Usually I don't get that to grab and go. Usually I'll go with beef brisket or beef ribeye because it's got higher fat and I don't have microwave when we're on the road. So I prefer to have something fattier that's going to sustain me for a longer period of time. If you have histamine issues, you might react to any aged product, anything that sits out for a long period of time, you're going to have an issue with. So just be cognizant of that. Brown butter bites. This is something I'm very excited about. I tried to do it once, and because I didn't have a stainless steel pot, I burnt it because I didn't figure out at what point it turns from a brown butter to burnt butter. So I bought a stainless steel pot and I'm going to try it again. And I bought this silicone mold with a lid. And so it's very easy. You just basically, you just find any 5-minute quick YouTube tutorial on how to do that. And it's just butter that you heat up very slowly and it turns into brown butter that has this toffee-like sweet flavor. You want to make sure it's unsalted butter, obviously. And it's a great boost to your mental health when you feel like you need something, but you don't want to eat carbohydrates. Brie cheese, I have 2 videos on brie cheese fasting and how powerful that is for fast weight loss for 3 to 5 days, like a mini crash diet on a carnivore diet. But even if you're not doing that, if you haven't watched those videos and you're not interested in doing a brie fast for fast weight loss, just in general, as a great snack, I love brie cheese. It's high in fat. It's got a little bit of protein in it, and it's absolutely delicious. Pre-cooked bacon. Now, those are the ones where you walk into a store and you get the pre-cooked ones. They're not necessarily the healthiest. Obviously, they have preservatives, but I have done that before where I'll just get pre-cooked bacon if we're out and about or on some holiday vacation and I want something super convenient and has no carbs. I will usually get that. They're literally cooked and you can just eat them like that. You don't even have to, I guess you could put them in the microwave, but you can even eat them like that. Pre-cooked shrimp cocktail, another mainstay in any grocery store is going to have that. You don't have to consume the ketchup mix, the cocktail mix with the mayo that they usually have. You can just melt a little bit of butter on top, or you can just have them like that with maybe some cheese wrap some cheese around them and have them as a snack. Also, ancestral supplements. If you are doing a carnivore diet and you're thinking about, do I need some vitamin and mineral supplements? I would recommend organ supplements because they're more natural. And so they've got all of the different vitamins and minerals in their biologically active form and in the proper proportion to one another, unlike a lot of synthetic vitamins. So I would much rather get it from a natural source. Organ meats are really your natural multivitamin. And that way you don't have to taste them. They're just desiccated organ meats, desiccated organ supplements. So they're desiccated, as in they're evaporated, turned into a powder, and they put them in a supplement, and so you don't have to taste the taste of organs, because I don't like that taste, and I know a lot of you also don't like it. And you can use my code. And I realize I really need to change this code to make it easier, but for now, this is the code. It's Dr._Sarah10 gets you 10% off on ancestralsupplements.com. I like the mix. I like this one, the beef organ one, the mixed one, but you can also just get beef liver if you want. And biltong. Biltong is like jerky, only more fatty and softer, not as chewy. So you might enjoy that more than beef jerky. And this is a favorite of mine, a cheese sandwich. I get slices of mozzarella or baby Swiss cheese, and I put a little bit of butter in the middle, and it tastes really good, and it gives you a good boost. If you want something really quick and it has high fat in it, that could be a good idea. If you are interested in further one-on-one coaching with me for weight loss or autoimmune disease reversal, or troubleshooting keto or carnivore diets, or something that I'm particularly passionate about and was the topic of my doctoral dissertation, and what I really spent a lot of time researching and perfecting is how to raise our baseline dopamine levels, then check out my website, drzaldivar.com/coaching. And you can also check out my guides, drzaldivar.com/shop. And watch this next, how to stop cravings and lose weight. Finally, I talk about how to raise your baseline dopamine levels in this one. If you want the quickest route, and if you cannot afford to work with me one-on-one, then probably the brain bundle guide is your best bet, because it has 3 guides in them. Each one of them touches upon one of the 3-pronged tools that I use to raise baseline dopamine. So it's got dopamine brain, which uses a specific form of exercise to raise baseline dopamine. It's got monster mindset, which uses a specific type of visualization also to raise baseline dopamine. And monster mind, the supplements guide. It explains all the supplements that I take and just general overview of supplements that can be taken to also help in that transition as you elevate and raise your baseline dopamine level to target the root cause of your cravings, sugar addiction, yo-yo dieting, low motivation, low mood, all that kind of stuff. That really is just the root cause of all of that is the destruction of our dopamine centers in our brain due to a lifetime of eating foods that aren't really healthy for us and are addictive, and that have destroyed our dopamine centers. So, and if you get the brain bundle, it's so much cheaper than if you get each one of those guides separately. So yeah, I hope that this little overview of the carnivore snacks was helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of content, and if you did, make sure you let me know so that I can film additional similar content to that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.